This isn't your home.
What are you talking about? This is the Umbrella Academy.
Wrong again. This is the Sparrow Academy.
Dad, who the hell are these assholes?
Aloha. This is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best TV show reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man. And, actually Wednesday, the new season, season 3 of the Umbrella Academy dropped on Netflix. And, I didn't have a chance to watch it until the weekend. And having done so, I binged all 10 episodes, 2 on Friday night, and then the rest throughout the day on Saturday. Without further ado, remember our rating scale, shock a thumbs up. It's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And for season 3 of the Umbrella Academy on Netflix, it is a shock a thumbs up. Now, those of you who have, been with this channel for a long time and gone back or maybe watched my older reviews, see that I did a season 1 and a season 2 of Umbrella Academy, and both of those were shock a thumbs up. And number 3, season 3 does not disappoint, again with a shock a thumbs up. What can I say about this show on Netflix that I haven't already mentioned? Those of you who have just seen, maybe a month ago, I think, I did my trailer reaction to the Umbrella Academy getting ready to drop season 3 with their trailer. And most of my conversation was about the former Helen Page, now Elliot Page, and how they would do that throughout the season 3 show. Now I thought, gradually we would see the change, or possibly at the end of the season, awaiting a possible season 4, we would see, as they straighten out this timeline, this new timeline that had been changed since returning back from the 1960s, possibly in episode 10, because there are 10 episodes, that, whatever they did to correct the timeline that they are currently in, or to make changes to it, that would result in Vanya, Helen Page, turning into Victor, Elliot Page at the end of this season. No, no, that does not happen at all. And I gotta say, it was very surprising. They tear that Band-Aid right off. Because they say, okay, on 3, 1, 2, and just rip it right off. By the end of episode 1, once Vanya was already having conflicted feelings with, then her gender, and had made the decision at the end of episode 1 to, basically become Victor, a male character, Elliot Page, which I guess had already taken place mostly, because in episode 1 of season 3, she looks a little strange, honestly, kind of covered up a lot. Her hair looked a little strange, possibly a wig at that point. And then in season 2, short haircut. Please refer to me as Victor now, no longer Vanya, and I'm not your sister, I'm your brother. And like true Umbrella Academy, freakishly X-Men similar like characters, they totally accept it. I mean, it's by far the least of the changes that the family, the Umbrella Academy, has seen, with Luther turning half simian ape later in his adult life, with Klaus's fully coming out as transsexual, not to mention, you know, his drug, you know, influences that he overcomes, and also his outlandish ability to see and speak and deal with the dead. So yes, by far, you know, very simply, it's like, oh, okay, Victor, how's it going? And it's like, and without skipping a beat, the rest of the episodes of season 3, all 10, the rest of the 8, just continue on, and the story, you know, makes no change of it. I mean, every once in a while there is an older character that is introduced, back from Vanya's, from season 2, that it's like, oh, okay, so you're called Victor now? It's like, yeah. It's like, all right. And that's it. And which is the way it should be. You know, I know I had looked at that in the trailers very curiously, and a lot of my discussion was on that. And as if maybe Netflix and the director had known that this would have the potential for an issue, just basically makes it a non-issue, just like that. And just like that, as we saw in the initial trailers, we see the Umbrella Academy in their home, their father restored. However, it is not their home. It is the home of the Sparrow Academy. Reginald Hargreaves had made the decision, after seeing how crazy these Umbrella Academy students that supposedly he raises later in life, as they were stuck in the 60s after, in season 1, returning to the past to avoid the end of the world, and now escaping from the 1960s back to the present. They find that their interactions with their father, Reginald Hargreaves, who adopts them in the 80s, because he met them and saw how impractical they were, he decided to adopt different children and raise them not as the Umbrella Academy, but the Sparrow Academy. So we are introduced to the new team right in front of the old team. And a battle ensues. A dance battle? Which was like incredible until you realize it's a hallucination. And then the actual fisticuffs take place, where the Sparrow Academy thoroughly trounces the Umbrella Academy. To be fair, they had just finished fighting the entire commission, almost an army, in addition to traveling through time. So they were not on their best A game. Whereas the Sparrow Academy had taken them fresh at the beginning, well rested, recouped, and thoroughly trained by, Reginald Hargreaves into the mean, lean fighting team of the Sparrow Academy. So after getting trounced, they run and find shelter elsewhere in Hotel Obsidian. One of Klaus's old drug dens, or where he would basically go and get high or come down, etc. Which he knew was a place for out of place, out of sorts people, no questions asked. A very, very strange hotel that has answers revealed of why it is so strange, and why the occupants of that hotel themselves quite out of place, somewhat in time, if not persona. It's all linked back to Reginald Hargreaves, who we discover made this hotel. But in the attempts of coming back, this season, season 3, we see once again the heroes, the Umbrella Academy, must put away their differences of one another. And even that of the Sparrow Academy, and team up with them in an attempt to stop the end of the world, which has followed them, the Umbrella Academy, from the first season through the second season to, this season, season 3, in the forms of a collapsing black hole. Basically because they've done the grandfather paradox, where they no longer exist in this timeline, but having traveled here, that seems to have brought about, once again, the end of the world. Not only the world, but the universe, in fact, as we soon discover throughout these 10 episodes. And neither group on their own is powerful enough or strong enough to defeat this situation on their own. And so they must combine and come together. Gosh, what more can I say without any more spoilers, I guess? Again, everything is fantastically, beautifully written. In my Instagram post, giving this a shock of thumbs up and just a short blurb of, yes, I recommend it, I mentioned that none of the MCU TV shows have had this kind of grand epic scope. And I dare say not even Amazon's The Boys, although it is much cruder and lewder, no doubt. Although Umbrella Academy gets out there on several points and issues as well, it is not pushing the extreme envelope as The Boys. Being a little bit more respectful. Just a little bit. But still, quite bloody, quite violent, and controversial. Again, transgender, gay issues, drug use. If The Boys was not around, Umbrella Academy would be the most outrageous of the superhero TV shows. And no doubt, I think it does it better in presenting a world where these misfits would exist. And, more accurately portrays the difficulties that they have in real life, than much more so than what we would see in The Boys on Amazon Prime, and definitely any of the Marvel TV shows. Again, be it WandaVision, be it Falcon Winter Soldier, Miss Marvel, only Loki has the sheer magnitude to even remotely come close to Netflix's Umbrella Academy in these 3 seasons. And remember, it came first before The Boys or any of the MCU Disney Plus shows. Again, in the size and the scope and the magnitude. Some could say that Loki and the Time Bureau was copied, from the Umbrella Academy's Time Bureau, and what we see number 5 getting into trying to go back and straighten up time so that variations to the timeline don't happen, and unfortunately may end up being the cause of the end of the universe that our heroes, the Umbrella Academy, have to face. Now, those who follow the comic and Loki and the time variant, you might know that, no, that came first. But in the television universe, Netflix's Umbrella Academy showed it first with this organization, showed a much more well-oiled operating and devastating, deadly bureau of time management than what Loki did. You know, and has done now 3 seasons to Loki's 1 season, where Loki still felt a little hampered. And, you know, and you want to say, oh, world-ending consequences. It's like, well, Loki, you know, world's ended. You know, whole timelines collapsed. It's like, well, you know, the world's almost been destroyed twice in 2 seasons of Umbrella Academy, with the universe possibly here in the 3rd season that they have to protect against. Both the Sparrow and the Umbrella Academy working together to avoid. And all the while revealing the real villain at hand may not be the Time Management Bureau, the commission as put in the Umbrella Academy. Or it may not even be number 5 going through time, or it may not even have been the problems that the Umbrella Academy did, jumping through time, trying to escape Earth's destruction and other timelines. But due to Sir Reginald Hargreaves' own personal attempts, that he, the founder of the Umbrella Academy, the founder of the Sparrow Academy, may be the ultimate bad in this show so far. And only now in season 3 we might see it. You know, so again, I'm not going to go into too many spoilers, but, you know, hints of, you know, in season 1, he wasn't the greatest dad. In season 2, he seems to be directly opposed to, you know, the Umbrella Academy. True, he doesn't know them yet, but, you know, he's very put off by them when they approach him and, you know, say, hey, you know, in the future, you adopt us and to form this superhero team to defend the Earth. He's very put off by that, and he definitely seems to have his own plans, even back from the 1st season, killing himself in order to bring the team back together for some reason to protect the Earth. Now, again, you know, maybe in that one where he was in season 1, where he was the terrible father, in the actual timeline of the Umbrella Academy, he may not have been the best father, but he may not have been a villain. But in season 3, he definitely has some malevolent intentions to his actions. And, you know, kids be damned, Sparrows or Umbrellas. He's only working towards his own goals and desires, it would appear. Again, no more spoilers than that. But this show, the Umbrella Academy, just only continues to get better and better, and the stakes more and more grand and dire. I mean, from the destruction of the Earth to the destruction of the entire universe now. I don't know what they're going to do for season 4, but each season has been incredible, adding on layer upon layer of each one. If you haven't been watching the Umbrella Academy, get on it, binge those 3 seasons. It's outstanding television. This Umbrella Academy and Stranger Things are the crown jewels of Netflix with, you know, these last 4 or 5 years. And, you know, you're doing yourself a disservice not catching up on these great, fabulous shows. That, you know, both reflect the times that we are in and also future potential problems. Unsettling times in America, the United States as we know them currently, thanks to current media affairs and Supreme Court rulings. I won't get into any of that, but, you know, despite being filmed and in the can earlier, there are several issues of current day events that the Umbrella Academy deals with and faces and works through those issues far more and better than any of the MCUs or even the Boys superhero TV shows currently on any of the streaming services. All right, so again, The Umbrella Academy Season 3, all 3 seasons, a strong shaka thumbs up, and I can't wait for Season 4. All right, mahalo and aloha.